I want to say we talked a little bit about him last week, but I'm bringing him up again because his play is just like literally like just decreased. Jordan Poole, what is happening with Jordan? What do y'all think is happening with Jordan Poole?
You getting the primary defender, you're not that guy. You're the product of a system that had the greatest shooter ever, the second greatest shooter ever that were in their primes, and then you have a former defensive player of the year on your team and probably one of the top 5 head coaches in NBA history in Steve Kerr. So yeah, you're not getting the 4th best defender on the team anymore. You're getting the most stout defender on the perimeter, and you're just coming to find out and realize the Wizards are actually a horrible organization with no direction and no cornerstone pieces to build for the future, number one. And then number 2, Jordan Poole, you ain't that dude, brother. You ain't. Even with Ruby Rose in the building, you could even chuck up attempts. You sorry. Alright. That's what I really believe, bro. And I just think you fraudulent. You sold a lot of people at the beginning of the year. I hate trying to put you in the freaking nuke well because surely it'll go 4 out of 5. You're horrible.
I feel like at the end of the day, this is what happens. See, everybody thought that the being drafted to a championship caliber team is always a great thing, good start to your career. It can be crippling. Crippling in the fact that you think winning comes by easy. You think, the NBA is such an easy thing to do. That's what happened with Jordan Poole to a certain extent. He had excellent coaching, excellent teammates, championship teammates, and he's starting in his big head, obviously. That's why the Draymond Green altercation situation happened. That's why you've been seeing all these plethora of Jordan Poole videos and memes just from this season, and it's only been 12 to 15 games in one season already, and he's already got more. He has more memes than games, which is pretty damn bad. Mm-hmm. So, at the end of the day, it's just, when you put I think he was better off if he didn't go to the Golden State Warriors. I think that just pumped up his head. He got a championship within so many years that went straight to his head. Now he feels like he's the guy. He's on record in a timeout saying that this is his team, and the world knows that he's doing a piss poor job.
It's actually Kyle Kuzma's team.
Very much a fact. Very much a fact. But the colleague knows. They just pat someone in the back and say, "Sure, son. Sure it is, bro. Sure it is, little bro."
You made it sure he's getting paid more than me, but that's about it.
Yeah, I call the shots. Literally, I'm getting the ball with it.
He's definitely a more consistent player than Jordan Poole is, so that's a fair and accurate statement right now.
Talking about where Jordan Poole came from, that being the Golden State Warriors. When you look at the Golden State Warriors this year, there's a stat going around talking about Stephen Curry has more made 3-point field goal attempts than the Warriors have just collectively as a whole as a team.
That's horrible.
That's that feeds that man's ego.
Are the Warriors going to make the playoffs? I know we're not even 20 games in, but is that stat concerning enough to be like, are the Warriors even going to be like a top tier championship?
This is the end of the Warriors dynasty, and I knew that championship, that 4th one, was going to be the last one. I didn't think it would be off a cliff like this because quite literally Clay and Draymond seem to have fallen off a cliff along with Andrew Wiggins.
Bro, that's the story. It's just like,
Thompson,
where's the running mate?
Oh, wow, he does not have one.
You would think Wiggins would be just enough to match what Clay is lacking with being another perimeter, 2-way defender, being able to get it done on the offensive end and be able to guard the best player. Wiggins has just not played great to start the season. However, with the wisdom of a veteran NBA player in Patrick Beverley, I remember him talking about this on his podcast this past summer, basically saying hey, you have to give guys a chance to get in rhythm in the beginning of the season. Some guys don't have their legs under them. Your body has to go back into, the constant travel, so on and so forth, playing every other night, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And for some guys, it takes certain guys longer than others to just really get back in their full game rhythm, getting their legs underneath them, so on and so forth. I don't know if that would be a formidable excuse for Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins. We know Draymond had surgery in the middle of the season, and now we'll talk about him choking out Rudy Gobert later on. But the Warriors as a team has just been off to a horrendous slow start. However, I do believe. I don't think we came into the season expecting Chris Paul to make a dramatic impact on the team. However, I think he is all the more carving out the point guard mantle when you look at what he's been doing coming off the bench for the Golden State Warriors. However, if Andrew Wiggins isn't playing his best basketball, I don't think the Golden State Warriors stand a chance because it's just going to be empty calories by Stephen Curry averaging 30 and them going home, maybe making a play-in tournament if they get that far.
I mean, the most best and most enthusiastic players on the team are Kuminga, what's his name, Looney, crazily said enough, and Chris Paul. Those are the three best other Warrior players by the stats and by gameplay that they have. That's pitiful. It should not be those. It should be obviously Clay, Wiggins, and Dre. That's them. But those are the other three that are actually being consistent or being dominant. I think Looney's getting over eight rebounds, around 3 or 4 assists, which is great for a big man not being a star. And getting around 8 to 10 points, which is, like I said, for what his role is, that is beautiful. Kuminga's coming off the bench, probably getting around 14 points. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 15. And getting like around 6-7 rebounds. Like I said, not bad, but like I said, it could be another player stepping up doing better. And like I said, you got Chris Paul.
Kuminga averaging 12 points this season.
12 points off the bench, and that's consistent, sadly. Like that's who you're. When he comes off the bench, you expect, okay, we got some offense coming off, at least off the bench. And then you got Chris Paul who's getting around 8 to 9 assists a game at his late years in his career with a brand new team that already has playmakers. So it's just like, that's just, I don't know, man. That stat alone, in my opinion, the fact that those are the guys that are really showing up, Grant being at the beginning of the season, it's pitiful. It's Clay, I didn't want to believe it, but it's done. Draymond is only as good. He's only as good as the players that he plays with. Like, he's not going to be able to drag anybody out of. If you're good, he's going to be able to keep you good. He's literally a glue, like the definition of a glue player. That's what he does. He doesn't think people think he's defensive, he's this, he's that. Like, no, he knows how to be that glue to a team that needs the glue to be there. So, like I said, I thought that glue is running loose, is loosening up. So
that adhesive is wearing down.
It definitely is wearing down. So I just saying, like you said, it's coming crashing down, man. I personally don't believe in it, at least not in this stage of the season. It's a wrap. So far, it's a wrap for the Golden State Warriors.
Curtains.
Yeah.
Curtains. A team who I think could be scary when we talk about, how the Golden State Warriors are struggling. A team that I think is not even playing their best basketball, but they currently are right now at the 2 seed or tied for the 2 seed is the Milwaukee Bucks. They're at 10-4. Giannis looks like he's taking a lot of things personal right now. Obviously, you lose Drew, so one of the things that I noticed is they don't have a strong perimeter defensive presence. Guards are torching them. However, right now they're at 10-4, and I like how Dame has went into a role of I could be a sniper at any given moment, but he's also been able to facilitate. And so I really I like the Bucks' trajectory, especially with Giannis turning again into Giannis at this particular point where we're 15, 16 games roughly in at this point, the week of Thanksgiving. Lakers, I personally believe what's going on with the Lakers right now is a shame because we're looking at LeBron have to average 30 to win.
About to drop 30 tonight. Well on his way if he ain't there.
LeBron said earlier this week or yesterday when I saw it, it's him against Father Time. And when you look at how the team is constructed or what LeBron has had to do to keep them in games early in November, it's almost as if the team is pushing him further and further into Father Time as opposed to trying to delay his inevitable face-to-face with Father Time. Diehard Laker fan Izzo, that's my perspective. Like, it's LeBron. We're going to respect him and praise him until even long after he retires. He's going to get 40,000 points. He's going to average 30. That's great. Been there, done that. But in terms of longevity, in terms of the main goal being a championship at the end of the season, are you impressed with what the Lakers are making LeBron have to do?
Am I impressed? No, because I am impressed because to still do it at almost 39.
Not for LeBron's sake, though.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'm not asking are you impressed with LeBron. I'm saying as the Lakers as a whole, are you impressed with what they've been doing?
No, because Anthony Davis ain't the best player on the team yet, and LeBron has literally been trying to pass his torch to Anthony Davis for at least 3 to 4 years now, and every year, LeBron seems like, oh, I still and I know you're thinking that, but it's like, we want Anthony Davis to be this guy. I just don't know if he's consistently able to give you what you looking, because you looking for LeBron-like production out of AD is never going to happen. So we need to stop setting the standard for him at the stars and maybe set it at the clouds.
At some point,
get let down.
Yeah, at some point you have to stop expecting AD to be somebody who he showed you he is not.
If somebody shows you who they are,
you're the crazy one after a while.
Believe them.
Well, they want to get $150 worth. That's the Lakers want. They want to get that money's worth.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That contract he signed would suggest that he needs to be the best player in the league.
And that's what they expect from him, and he's not showing up. He's not giving what they paid for. That's exactly what's happening. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you pay good money for something, you're gonna try your best to get. You're not just gonna give up on it easily. And that's what the Lakers are going through right now. And personally, I think they overpaid for something. They overpaid for it. It's like the flat screen TVs. They thinking, oh man, this is about to be the best flat screen TV ever. It's at $3,000. You just wait a couple of years, bro. It's gonna be worth $300. Like, that's exactly what happened. Like, that value of AD just went down so fast. It made your head spin. But I mean, the injuries alone should have gave you a foreshadow of what was gonna happen. That's what confused me when everybody's hyping up AD. It's like, I get he's a great talent, but guys, like, the guy can't stay healthy and save his life. What makes you think it's gonna happen when he goes to LA when LA depends on stars? Like, there would never be a team that just like, oh, let's get a whole bunch of role players and let's just, get 20 each or 15 each, that's fine. No, we need We need somebody that's dominant. Somebody that's coming out there putting up 30 and 40 a night. Like,
you want the range, he looking
past somebody. I mean, look at the stars of past for them. Shaquille O'Neal. Like, they all put up 25 plus games almost every year. That's what they need. And AD is just they're squeezing as much as they can. It's just not there. Sorry. It's not there.
Is it being prisoner of the moment to say the Houston Rockets could make the playoffs this year? Bro, Texans, then the Rockets?
Top 10 team in defensive efficiency. Veteran leadership with Fred VanVleet, a championship caliber point guard who has made an All-Star game. Shout out to Fred, Wichita State alum. Shout out to my boy Jarrell, Wichita State legends. But I don't think it's far-fetched, man. I really don't. They have great coaching, a defensive-minded head coach, and you see them commit on that side of the ball. Jalen Green is coming into his own. And Alp, baby Joker, looking like the real deal this year, man. They let him spread his wings. Jabari Smith looked like he took a step in the right direction. Looked like he's developing just nicely, man. I like our young core. I don't think, you talking about playing seed, I think they can be a top 6 seed. So
Currently sitting at 8-8, and everything Sean or Izzo said with a a win now mentality type coach in Ime Udoka, and especially obviously him wanting to prove himself to be like, yo, no matter where y'all put me, I'm still Ime Udoka. I can still make something happen no matter the deck of cards you try to build me. I feel like you would also have a unanimous belief that the Houston Rockets could make the playoffs.
Single.
Single.
No said.
Single, no said.